Do you realize that you and your partner are probably using different ways to express love and affection to each other, sometimes called love languages? While your partner may express themselves with touching, you may feel verbally expressing yourself as how you share love. Understanding love languages is a huge key to having a loving and fulfilling relationship that lasts. So if you're looking to answer the question, what is my love language? Or if you want to communicate better as a couple, keep watching. I'll help you determine what your love language is.
Our Relationship
with Dr. Brian Doss. In 1995, Dr. Jerry Chapman wrote a book titled The 5 Love Languages. Since then, the book has become more and more popular. Dr. Chapman believes that all 5 love languages should be incorporated into your relationship. However, to get the most out of your relationship, it's important to focus on knowing what both you and your partner's favorite action is to get the best reaction. So let's learn about the 5 love languages. The first love language is physical touch. From the moment a child is born, mothers are encouraged to place their newborns on their chests. The need for physical touch doesn't diminish as we get older. There are countless studies that show that the physical and mental benefits from being touched by others they love. For example, when someone is in an fMRI machine, we can see that they're less stressed when they're holding the hand of a loved one. And they don't get that same benefit from holding the hand of somebody that they don't know. So it's really about that connection to somebody that we love. Physical touch doesn't necessarily mean over-the-top PDA that grosses everyone else out. Instead, it means holding hands, kissing, and hugging. It can even mean sitting close to your loved one. It's a way for couples to feel connected and safe. However, not everyone grew up in a household where physical touch was a priority. But if they're in a relationship with someone whose primary love language is physical touch, that person may end up feeling unloved, no matter how many gifts and words of love are used on them. The second love language is receiving gifts. Just because someone's love language is receiving gifts, it doesn't mean they're a gold digger or that they only crave materialistic things to feel valued and loved. However, it does mean that receiving something thoughtful and meaningful, such as giving them their favorite candy bar after a tough week, will make them feel appreciated and loved. You don't need to go overboard and spend a ton of money. Even small gifts make these people feel as they're on your mind. This is one of the easier love languages to learn, fortunately, especially if you didn't grow up in a home where gift giving was a priority. The third love language is acts of service. If you often hear your partner say that actions speak louder than words, it's a good clue that the acts of service love language may be important to them. Acts of service don't have to be huge, grand gestures. Instead, something simple as cooking your partner their favorite meal, unloading the dishwasher, or even picking up their dry cleaning are all perfect examples of acts of service. All of these actions are simple, but they require time, effort, and thought. And it's the time, effort, and thought that your loved one will appreciate the most. However, if you perform these acts out of a sense of obligation or make a big deal out of it, this love language will backfire on you. Instead, perform acts of service out of love, and the desire will make the other person happy for the best results. The fourth love language is quality time. The quality time love language is about giving someone your undivided attention. That means time spent with someone you love without your smartphone, without occasionally looking at the TV, or any other types of distractions. While you can still curl up in front of the TV together to watch something you both love, the main focus should be on dedicating time together with no distractions. No friends or family allowed. Doing so helps the person whose love language is quality time feel comforted and valued. However, if you're prone to canceling or postponing this together time, it will hurt your partner. And it's not enough to be with someone physically, but not emotionally. Taking your partner out to dinner, or maybe taking them out to a movie, but spending the whole time on your phone is not considered quality time. If you're easily distracted, Opt for quality time where there are few or no distractions, such as maybe taking a walk together. The fifth love language is words of affirmation. Whoever said sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, definitely did not have words of affirmation as their primary love language. Words can and do hurt people, but just as importantly, words can bring people closer together, especially if your partner's love language is words of affirmation. You don't need to be Shakespeare to build up your partner. In fact, it's often the shortest and simplest words that carry the most meaning. You're so smart. That color looks incredible on you. I love how good you are with our kids. Little compliments and telling someone I love you goes a long way. But on the flip side, rude, mean, insulting comments will tear down the person you love quickly. And it will be harder for that person to forgive and eventually to forget those painful words that you've used. Choose your words wisely if you love someone whose love language is words of affirmation. Get help with your relationship. Whether you're single or in a committed relationship, everybody deserves to have loving relationships with everyone in their lives. Learning how others express themselves and respond to love can vastly change your experiences with others. Understanding the different love languages can help you do that.